Now, the conference season may be over for the big three parties, but platform speeches, debates and general internal party politicking continue this weekend in the shape of UKIP's autumn get-together. Today, the leader of the UK Independence Party, Nigel Farage, makes his big speech to party members. Well, I caught up with Mr Farage a little bit earlier today and I asked him what his message is going to be.
Well, we've had quite a tough year. We've had the Electoral Commission attempting to close us down over the course of the summer. And that's had a very debilitating effect upon the party. But today is to say, look, we've survived that. We're up and running. We've got a European debate that is back in this country. We're discussing whether there should be a referendum on this European treaty or not. And we intend to play our full part in that campaign. And on our domestic agenda, we're saying that we now believe the time has come for there to be a 5-year moratorium on all immigration into the United Kingdom. What we have at the moment is a total, complete and utter shambles. And we think for 5 years, nobody should settle. We should work out who is living here illegally, who is living here legally. And after that, let's go for a points-based system like the Australians do.
Yes, the Europe debate is back. The immigration debate is very much back as well, with the Tories stealing a lot of your clothes, effectively. They've argued for a points system. They've said that the immigration is out of control at the moment. They've demanded a referendum on Europe. Why should someone vote for you instead of the Tories now?
This is the very same Conservative Party who spoke for and voted for the enlargement of the European Union to Eastern Europe with complete unlimited free movement of people. This is the same Conservative Party who want Turkey to join the European Union, again with the unlimited free movement of peoples. It is sheer, utter dishonesty and hypocrisy for the Tory party to talk about immigration controls when they've been just as guilty as Labour of the open door policy that we've had for the last 3 years. And the point we're making is we, of course, cannot control who comes to live in Britain, all the while we're part of the European Union. And that's why we want to get out of the European Union, replace that with a free trade agreement, and then we can have proper border controls.
Well, it may be hypocrisy, but the fact is that they do have some very strong proposals on immigration now, regardless of what they've said in the past.
They don't. When you listen to what David Davis said about immigration, he was talking about non-EU immigration. I would remind people that about 1 million people have come into this country from Eastern Europe over the course of the last 3 years. I believe that to be wholly irresponsible. It's putting massive pressure on our public services, and the Conservatives continue to support that policy.
But the Tories have promised to cap immigration every year.
You cannot cap immigration and stay part of the European Union. What the Tories are talking about is non-EU immigration. Let's make that distinction. They are deliberately attempting to deceive the public into saying they've got a tough immigration policy. They haven't, because they're wholly committed to membership of the EU. They're wholly committed to open borders within it.
Most economists agree that some sort of immigration is good for the country. If you're proposing a 5-year moratorium on all immigration, including from within the EU, because you want to pull out of the EU, where is the Labour going to come from to staff our shops, to work in agriculture and so forth, at a wage which won't inflate inflation?
We need to make a distinction between people coming to work on proper work permits and immigration. Immigration is settlement. Immigration is becoming part of the country. Immigration is the ability to bring your family over as well. We absolutely want there to be a proper work permit system. You know, if Goldman Sachs have got some employees, they want to come and work for them in London, that's absolutely fine. By the same token, if somebody in Lincolnshire needs labour from Europe to help pick cabbages, that's fine. But let's do it on a proper work permit system. Let's do it whereby it's time dependent. What we've got at the moment is people who come as economic migrants. Once they've paid their stamp for 12 months, they're entitled to bring their family. They're entitled to use the entire social services provision within this country.
So if there is a snap general election, how many seats are you predicting that you're going to win?
I don't know the answer to that. I mean, I have to be honest and say we're not really ready for a snap general election. If there is one, we'll do what we can. I'm quite confident we'll put 400 to 500 candidates out there in the field. It is very difficult to break through under a first-past-the-post system. We do much better, as you know, in European elections. But nonetheless, we'll contest this election, and we'll contest it as the only party that believes that we should be an independent, self-governing country and not have 75% of our laws made in Brussels.